Welcome to the Hyborian Keep. I'm Old Man Hyborian. Here we review tales of Robert E. Howard's greatest character, Conan the Barbarian. Today we will be reviewing Titan Comics' Conan the Barbarian, issue number 24. This won't be some fluffy review, it'll be an old man's honest opinion. And just as a heads up, there will be spoilers. I don't want you to go crying to your mommy because I said something that spoiled it for you. If you don't want the spoilers, then go to the summary at the end. And be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And with that, let's get after it. Issue 24, cover A, by Dan Panosian. A much better effort than last month's cover. There's an advertisement on the inside cover for Conan, Songs of the Slain. That's not a very good novel. I do have a review on that if you'd like to check that out. And we have the map that shows where the story takes place. Story starts off with Athir-Bast, pretty well ticked off at Amra, aka Conan, for what he did to her in the last issue. Story by Jim Zub and art by Fernando Dagnino. Fernando's art's starting to grow on me. It's pretty good. Some of his facial features needs a little bit of work, but overall pretty good artwork in this copy. This is part 4 of The Nest of Serpents, and this story is called The Nest Beneath. And we have Conan and Zula slinking around in the city because the whole city's after them, and they're trying to find the underground chambers that is housing THOTH-AMON's army. There's a little animosity between Conan and Zula just because of the way that Zula freed Conan from Set's power. So the relationship's a little bit frayed. So the two are looking for this underground chamber. They come across some enemy and they get to work slaying them. This is an example of kind of the facial features I'm talking about. Fernando needs a little bit of improvement on. So they take care of the guards and they find the entrance to the underground chambers, and Zula does his set magic thing, which Conan's not a big fan of. And they find the underground chamber. It looks like a scene from the Alien movie, but it's a pretty good 2-page splash. And it's the birthing chamber. So they found what they're looking for. So it's full of all these eggs that are hatching with snakes. So Conan and Zula start fighting, and Zula gives Conan a warning not to look at the eyes. But of course, what does he do? It's almost like when somebody tells you don't look at the eclipse, first thing you want to do is look at it. So Conan looks into the eyes, and he's struck with some fear and some past memories. The past memory was a scene from Robert E. Howard's God in a Bowl, which was a pretty cool tie-in. And this spirit, I'm not quite sure if this is supposed to be Sexy Set or who that is, but whoever it is, it's kind of entranced Conan. It may be because of the nipple in his face, it's hard to say. But he gets pulled out of the trance by Zula, who's getting choked out and screaming to high heaven, which kind of brings Conan out of his trance. So the two of them get to work slaying some snakes. Then they beat the feet out of the underground cavern, and before they go, they torch the place to kill all of the snakes. And they try to get mingled back into the crowd, and Zula wants to leave the city, but Conan doesn't want to because Livia is being held in Athir-Bast's tower. So Zula does his old magic trick and disappears, which Conan is not very impressed with the whole thing about Zula leaving him high and dry. So Conan gets back into the tower, finds Livia, but she's entranced by this Set woman and gives Conan a message. And then she jumps off the edge of the windowsill. It's a fairly dramatic scene. Good job for Zub for putting that in. And then we have Athir Bast wanting to leave the city. An old camel face here puts a stop to it and says that she has to report to THOTH-AMON. And the final scene is Conan leaving the city, and one of his last thoughts is that he's never going to set foot in Stygia again, which we know that that's not true. So pretty good finale to the 4-issue arc. Jim did a really good job with the writing, and I really enjoyed Fernando's artwork. This page we have an ad for the Conan Deluxe Edition of Bound in the Black Stone. We have the cover gallery. Part 24 of Jeffrey Shank's essays, Serpents in the Human Form, the Sinister Villains of Stygia. And the inside cover has all the new Conan product that's on the market. And the back cover wraps it up with an ad for the limited edition figure for Conan Battle of the Black Stone. Anybody who's into action figures, this one looks like it's a pretty good one. Overall, issue 24 was well done. Well, there you have it. An excellent wrap-up to the Nest of Serpents story arc. It's hard to believe we're 2 years into Titan's comic run for Conan the Barbarian. I'm enjoying Zula and THOTH-AMON back into Conan's life. Zub's still cranking out good stories, and the artwork is really solid. Buy it, read it, and enjoy it. And with that, I bid you farewell.